All right, everybody, what is going on? Welcome back to the channel. We're going to be doing a couple more drafts here today. One or two. We're going to try a zero RB strategy, and then we're going to try we might try, we've already done a couple of hero quarterback strategies. Let me go to my completed here. So like this latest puppy 2 here, let me move my camera. I'm not gonna. So in this last puppy we just did, we actually just did this not too long ago. We basically are going after some Jalen Hurts strategies. Jalen Hurts. I just keep getting this one. I had the 5th pick, I believe. Yeah, I had the 5th pick. I believe we had the 5th pick. Yeah, we took Bijan with the 5th pick. Okay. So yeah, we went like heavy running back here. We stacked Hurts and Love, stacked some Green Bay, Philly guys here. I tried to get Watson. I got sniped 1 pick before I could get Watson. It was very unfortunate, but we got pretty good running back room here for the most part. Bijan, Walker. I didn't stack Charbonnet with Walker. I decided to go AJ Dillon. I could have had a Charbonnet there. I went AJ Dillon instead. I wanted to get some Green Bay guys because I knew I was going to go after Love. So, as far as Green Bay goes, we got Love, we got Dillon. We ended up taking Jaden Reed as our 5th receiver, and then we got Musgrave down here at the bottom as well. Obviously, we got 2 tight ends with the 6 bye, but that's why I did draft Laporta. I knew I was going to have 2 tight ends with the week 6 bye. So, I thought about Sam Howell to go with Samuel and Dotson. It just kind of didn't end up working out that way. I was thinking about actually doing it, but then the guy took, I believe I took Hodgins. I took Hodgins at 173. The guy at 174 ended up taking Sam Howell. So it just didn't work out getting the Washington quarterback with the Washington receivers. We got Zay Jones, we got Mingo, Hodgins. You guys all know I'm really high on Hodgins this year. I think he's a little bit of a sleeper, kind of where he's being drafted, obviously. The 3rd round pick, we reached on Gibbs at running back. I could have taken, it hurt me not to take Najee right there. It is what it is, though. I think Breece Hall was already gone. I could have taken Stevenson, I believe, as well, which we've already done that as well. Pretty good receiver room overall, though. Chase, Higgins, so we got the stack with Burrow. Then we got Deontay Johnson as our 3rd guy, which is a good 3rd guy, in my opinion. Mingo and Reed again, Samuel, Hodgins, and we also got Hodgins, and we also got Downs to go with this roster. This was actually really good, and I really do like this running back room. Gibbs, Dobbins, Swift, AJ Dillon, and Harris. I do like this as well. Once again, we get the Green Bay stack for the most part. The only problem I have with this team, and I didn't realize it, was this. Obviously, the 2 week 6 tight ends, the week 6 bye tight ends. I do like the tight end room, but we're pretty solid all around on this team. I do think Musgrave might surprise some people this year. Obviously, I'm really high on Pat Freiermuth. I think he's one of the best value tight ends in the draft. One of the best value tight ends in the draft. He should go earlier than where he's going, in my opinion. I really think he should really be going earlier, like a round or 2, really a round and a half. And I believe this one, I think this was the one. I think I did this one off stream as well, I believe. I'm trying to think of what was the last one I did. Yeah, this was the last one I did. I did this one off stream as well. This one was actually very decent for me. Once again, we go Hurts, we got Love, we got Sam Howell. we paired Hurts with Swift and Devontae Smith. This was from the 2 spot as well. So we had the 2 spot back-to-back drafts right here. We were able to get Hurts and Smith together, and we got Chase, and we got Dotson as our 3rd receiver, Samuel as well. So I mean, we have the stacks right here in this draft for the most part. I did take Wicks with my last pick to pair him to a degree with Jordan Love, and yeah, we are a little bit light at running back, but we're not as light as what people think. We did get Walker with the handcuff of Charbonnet. We also got Dobbins and Swift, who I'm really high on this year. Then we added Chase Brown as a 5th running back. You know, this is one of the teams that I really like. This is one of my teams right here that I'm already pretty high on, to be honest. So this is a team that I am, you know, I'm gonna go back through and look at all my teams, and I'm gonna kind of be writing down which ones are which or whatever to which ones that I'm like really kind of high on. I'm gonna be kind of like, okay, I got to put an asterisk, I got to put a star by this one, because this is the one I'm going to be looking out for. Okay, let's go ahead and hop into a draft. I got some new windows for you guys to look at. We still have a few that are active up here. You guys can see 2 of them up here. These are slower drafts. These are in Smitty's Garrett Wilson drafts. We're kind of waiting. We're waiting to pick, obviously. Everybody's kind of taking their sweet time. This is one we started last night. I got the 2 pick. I had Chase here. I'm obviously looking to go like Hurts and Smith. This is a different draft though. Like, even though the ADPs are the same, this is a lot of guys who follow Smitty, so there's a lot of sniping that goes on in these drafts. It's really tough to, I guess, get the guys that we want in a sense. Okay, so we'll see what happens. This is the first time I've gotten one of these Garrett Wilson drafts where I have a good pick. This is like my 3rd one that I've been in. That's, you know, I have the 3 that are active right now. They're all the Garrett Wilson drafts. Man, it's tough, man. It's just tough because everybody's a sniper in this league. Everybody goes after a lot of the same. I will say, for the most part, in this one, there wasn't a whole lot of there's nothing really out of the ordinary, other than obviously Smitty taking Bijan. He just, you know, he loves Bijan. I don't blame him either. I'm sure he's got a lot of different combos, just like I do, of certain players at certain positions, you know, of where you're being drafted at. Where's this other one at? This other one is this one. We are a little bit further along in these other 2. We're a little bit further along. I actually like this team so far. I'm trying to think if this is the one I'm missing quarterback on this team, unfortunately. So we're right here in the 9 spot, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now we're in the 8 spot. Chris Olave, Amon-Ra, we got Najee, JK, Swift, Deontay, Montgomery, who I really like this. The only problem with this is we're missing quarterbacks. Obviously, you see all these Herbert, Lawrence went early. Joe Burrow went in round 2. Yeah, we had 5 of the really top tier quarterbacks go in round 2 here. There was a lot of reach in this one. Fields was right here. I didn't even really have I guess I did have a chance at Fields. Fields went right after Dobbins. I was hoping to really get one right here. I was really hoping, really at the 50-sit spot, you can almost guarantee Lawrence or Herbert. Not in these drafts, though, obviously, because people are just crazy. I wouldn't say they're crazy, but they just, man, they don't draft like grandmas, you know, and so it's tough. I was really kind of disappointed that Herbert and Lawrence were not there, to be honest. I still have a good team, and then, like, you know, if they're gonna do that, that's fine. I'm gonna go late QB. I'm not gonna let them get those guys and then eat by getting some of these good running backs or good receivers like in round 6, 7, and 8. I'm gonna take all of them, and I'm just gonna take a QB late. This is the other one that this is like the one we started really almost a week ago at this point. Well, I wouldn't say almost a week ago, about 4 or 5 days ago. We got the 4 spot, which I hate, and I had Smitty in front of me, which sucks. I hate drafting near him because he's always taking up players I want for the most part. But we went Cooper Kupp, Stevenson, Harris, Damian Pierce, a pretty good running backs here, 3 of them early. We did get Lawrence at 52, and then we got Addison and Johnson, who are two. This is actually a good team. I like this team so far. We got one of our top 8 quarterbacks that we're looking for the most part. And I don't mind Addison and Johnson as a 2 and a 3 receiver. I know some people might disagree out there with that, but I think Addison's a lot better than people think. He's going to get a bunch of these targets that Adam Thielen had last year. And Deontay Johnson, I don't know why people are so bad on so down on Johnson. I don't understand it. I know they're not enthused about maybe Mike Tomlin's offense or the Steelers or Kenny Pickett, but the guy had almost 150 targets last year and he didn't score a touchdown. He was one of the most unluckiest receivers in the NFL last year and in fantasy. So it's like, this guy should be good. This guy 2 years ago was a top 8 receiver in fantasy football. I don't understand it. And you know what? I don't care. I really don't care. I hope people continue to pass on him. He is better than just about every single one of these guys that are drafted in round 6 and round 7. It's not even close to a degree. It's not even close because he's got the volume. He's got the work share. He's really probably the number 1 receiver on that team. Pickens is okay. Look, I'm still taking him over Pickens, and I like Pickens, but this guy isn't like 31 years old and 147 targets last year. I don't understand why people are so down on this guy. But you know what? I'm going to keep taking advantage of it. I'm going to keep taking advantage of it. People want to draft, like we go back to this draft, people want to keep drafting like JSN, Chris Godwin, Mike Williams, even Dodson. I like Dodson, but he shouldn't go before Johnson in a sense, I don't think. You can maybe make the argument, but like Tony shouldn't be going before him either. I mean, I live in Kansas City, bro. I know the Chiefs like the back of my hand. Tony is not Johnson. He's not. And he never will be. He never will be. They can scheme him. They can scheme Tony to like, you know, and Andy Reid is going to scheme him. But the guy is not getting 140 target. He'd be lucky if he sniffs 100 targets, even if he is the quote unquote number 1 receiver next year or this year. The Chiefs don't have a number 1 receiver. I am a Chiefs fan. I know this. They don't have one. Their number 1 receiver is Kelsey. Kelsey's going to lead every single one of the receivers and the other tight ends in targets and in catches, okay? Barring injury, obviously. I can't stress this enough. And I know Smitty did a video. He did a stream over Tony. You know, and he's high on him, and that's his opinion. If he's high on him, he's allowed to have that opinion, obviously. But Tony, I'm telling you, man, I'll be shocked if he made it through the whole season. I'd be shocked if he made every single game. Guys that have injury concerns early on in their career, they're not guys really I'm looking for, because it usually continues. It usually continues on down their career, especially when you see 2 years in a row of injury concern, which we did. He's a smaller guy. He's not going to play on the outside as much as people think. You should handcuff him with Sky Moore no matter what, every single time you draft him. And I don't think he's a bad pick. I just don't like him in round 6. He should be down here in round 8 or 9. That's where he should be. I think if you were to say, hey, what is the correct value of Tony? I'm telling you, he's got to be the correct value would be like at the end of round 7, the beginning of round 8. And then obviously, I'd say pretty much anywhere around 8. If you got him at the end of round 8, like in the 90s here, the early 90s, I would say that's good value. It's enough value to where I'm like, hey, I'm good with drafting him right there. I'm not good with drafting him here in this area. I'm just not. There's too many other players that are better than him that should be going here. Especially if you get some other guys that are up here, say the 4 or 5 turn that fall down to here. People say, oh, well, like some people are like, oh, it's baked into his value. It's baked in, like his ADP is baked in. No, it's not. It's baked in if it's down here. I mean, that's just my opinion, obviously. Everybody's going to have something different, but I think his ADP is baked in if it's down here into the 7-8 turn. I seen him go as high as like 51 the other day, and I'm like, okay. You have fun with that. You're going to, I bet you anything, those people that are drafting him in at the top of the 5th round, they're going to have regrets on that one. I got a lot of heat for saying, he reminds me of Mike Thomas and, Allen Robinson. I got a whole lot of heat for that, but you're right. I really shouldn't compare him to Mike Thomas. Mike Thomas was coming off of 149 receptions. I forgot. Yeah, Tony's never done that, nor will he probably ever do that. So yeah, I probably shouldn't really compare that. That's not even a fair comparison. So let's jump into a puppy here. We'll see what we do here based off the pick we get here. I just don't, man. I've taken Tony like once or twice, but it's with Johnson and Dotson there, it's tough to take him over those two guys. Because Dotson, we know what Dotson can do. Obviously, he missed some time last year. So, but he still scored 7 touchdowns in 12 games, which is very good for a rookie receiver. I would say he's probably a better receiver than Tony. We know Deontay Johnson is a better receiver. I don't even have to explain that to anybody. And if I do, then they just need to go back and do their homework. Johnson is a number 1 guy who's on the outside who commands wide receiver 1 numbers. Tony doesn't do that. There's a chance Tony can do that, but look, I know the Chiefs so well. I would say I know him better than the average fan that is a fan of another team. Tony is not a wide receiver 1. He's not Tyreek Hill either. Tyreek Hill was a little different because Tyreek Hill, he could do things that Tony can't do, even though they're like roughly around the same size, same weight, roughly. And they're going to be used kind of in the same sense to a degree, but Tyreek Hill's a little bit, he can do a little bit more stuff than he can. I would say really, yeah, more in general, he can do just about anything you want him to do in Andy Reid's scheme. They're going to try to scheme Tony to where they get the ball in his hands. They use him on all these flashy plays and everything, all these little cute plays. They're going to do that. They're also going to do it with Sky Moore. But let me turn this down. I worry about his injury though. I worry about his injury risk, and he's not really a number 1, even though he probably technically is the number 1 guy. I would obviously take him over Scantling all day, every day. Is this not on here? There it is. All right, so we're gonna go to the board view here, and we'll swap back and forth. Right here, I have the phone display. We got the phone display right here, so we'll switch back and forth. I just seen somebody get Chase at pick 4 the last draft I did. Luckily, I don't think the guy drafting 4 did a very good job. So I don't really mind that Chase fell to 4. I had the 5th pick. Remember, I took Bijan. The guy drafting 4th took Chase. I was really hoping that Chase was going to fall to me at 5. I haven't seen Chase fall to 4 like I did that last draft in forever. And then I don't think I've ever seen him fall to 5. Not on Underdog, at least. There's too many smart people out there for that. All right. So we have the last pick, which I kind of knew was coming because we had like 3 drafts where we had the number 2 pick last night after I got off. So not shocked by that by any stretch of the imagination. Trying to think of what we're gonna do here. We're gonna shoot for Trevor Lawrence more than likely. So I think we're gonna go this guy. We're gonna try zero. We're gonna try 0 RB for the most part. So there we go. So St. Brown, Garrett Wilson. Obviously, it didn't matter what round I took him in. I was taking both of them no matter what. You could argue, oh, you should have taken Garrett Wilson first, yada yada. We want to keep Garrett Wilson's ADP down a smidge, so we'll take him as the second guy. We will try 0 RB here. I think it's gonna be tough too because I would rather try to do that. Really, with the 8, 9, 10er pick would be the better strategy. I think to go 0 RB, but we will just have to see here. Let me get out of board view. Let me go down here and look. These ADPs down here. It's going to be tough, but we will figure it out here. We'll figure it out. I kind of got a little bit of a game plan in mind. We'll just have to see how it plays out, though. You always got to be able to adjust on the fly. Obviously we have the strategy of going 0 RB, but if something happens to where there's too much value on the board, we can't pass up on it. That's what we're gonna do. So Crap, I am muted. So we went Watson, we went Gibbs. I could have went ETN right there. I probably should have went ETN. It is what it is. It is what it is. We'll go back to the board view here. I probably should have went ETN. The reason why I say I probably should have went ETN here is because it's just hard. It's hard to pass on Gibbs or ETN or Harris really at that point. Those are very really good value RBs. Because either way, I'm probably stacking here. I'm stacking, or I shouldn't say stacking. I'm handcuffing these RBs more than likely. I do like to handcuff Montgomery, but it would have been easier to handcuff somebody like Bigsby because Bigsby goes later. That's probably why I should have taken ETN. It's rough, man. It's rough. Sucks. Sucks, but that's okay. We'll figure something out here. So I wanted to go 0 RB to like round 5, but it's tough to do when... That's why I say it's easier to do from like the 8, 9, 10 spot, really. Or even the 11 spot. At 12, it's tough because you're always going to have the option at basically Gibbs or Harris or ETN for the most part. And look, Najee just went 45th. That's crazy. I find it funny, like when I see value on a guy like this going at the end of the 4th, I find it funny that like look at the rest of the guy's team and I'm like, yeah, I'm glad, you know, he got really good value there, but I'm like, yeah. I look at the rest of his teams like Jacobs, I'm like, yeah. It's like, you know, he could have made out like a bandit, but then at the same time he did not make out like a bandit. So we need some of these quarterbacks to hang on here. We need this quarterback to hang on. That's what we need. Here goes Herbert. So this isn't good. This is not good. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lawrence is still on the board, but for how long? You know, this is why this is a tough strategy, man. This is a tough strategy because everything's got to fall into place here for us. Everything's got to fall into place. I do have a plan here though. We got a couple of guys. So there goes Kirk. Kirk was actually one of the guys I was thinking about. Obviously that's off the table now. I'm surprised Dobbins is still on the board. He probably will go though here in the next 4 picks. He should be going now here in the next 3 picks. 2 of these guys only, actually 4 of these next guys only have 1 running back, so Dobbins probably won't make it to us. If he did, I'll take it though. So there goes Trevor Lawrence. See, this is just tough, man. I can't believe. Obviously, this plan just blew up in our face. Our plan was obviously to get Lawrence and have him fall to us here at the 60-61 spot. People are obviously getting smarter, so it kind of sucks. I'm trying to game plan here on what exactly I'm thinking. You see, that's the thing. You can go into a draft with a strategy, and this is why you do more than one. That's all I'm gonna say. It's why you do more than one. Because like literally 3 of the guys I was thinking about getting, Dobbins, Lawrence, Kirk, they're all gone. So it sucks. Kittle just went. I was thinking about Kittle. I don't really have very many shares of Kittle. So we're obviously gonna go. We're gonna go with this guy. We're pretty much abandoning our wait on running back strategy here because of these guys doing what they did. Okay, we got this guy. This guy is bye week 7. We got bye week 7, 9, and 6. 7, 9, and 6. Let's go. Take this guy right here. Okay, so we go back to board here. This is what we're looking at right now. Show all of it. Okay, it's Gibbs, Pierce, St. Brown, Garrett Wilson, Christian Watson, and now Jordan Addison. So obviously we're looking for Trevor Lawrence right there, and you know, he didn't fall, so it is what it is. It's weird too, because I've seen Lawrence go like all the way down here at like 67, 68 before. So this is obviously not our best draft. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I drafted from the 12th spot the other day, and I feel like I had a better team than this. Obviously I have a ton of these drafts, so we have all kinds of scenarios. You know, this isn't like, not like the end all to be all for me. You know, I have other teams that are way better than this. The 12th spot, I believe, is tough. I do think, like I said, I had a really good team from the 12th spot the other day. I think you can get a good team from 11 or 12, but things have to fall into place. You have to get one of these quarterbacks. One of these 8 you have to get them, though. Now that I don't have one of them, obviously, because they all went. This is going to be tough. I'm probably going to go late QB and just try to stack this team and just hope to land 2 QBs that can get me to the finish line. That's really what the strategy is now. There goes Deontay Johnson. Yeah, he wasn't going to probably make it to us. I chose Addison over Deontay just because of the bye week. I thought about Swift, but we took Pierce. We have plenty of shares of Swift though, so it's not a big deal. If you guys are messaging, if you guys send me a message in YouTube right now, I'm not gonna be able to see it. I probably should have got the iPad out for that, but for some reason it doesn't show up here on my stream chat over here on Streamlabs or whatever. It only shows me like Twitch and Facebook, I believe, for some reason. So if you guys go over to Twitch though, and it's, you know, it's X Wayne Solo on Twitch. If you guys are watching on YouTube, I do appreciate you guys if you're watching on YouTube. I'm just letting you know I'm not gonna see any of your chat, any of your questions. Gosh, this guy took Dotson, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. Where's it at?
Come on, man.
Come on, man. All right, back to the drawing board here for us. I was really hoping Dotson would be there. Really hoping. You know, I say I'm going to go late quarterback, but I might change my mind here. And I think I will change my mind, to be honest. All right, so Watson went there pretty early for him. I won't say super early, but it's a little early. A little early at 78, considering that guy already has Trevor Lawrence, so that's bold strategy.
It's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off for him.
This guy, so we have 3 guys in front of us that don't have a quarterback. So we might snag a quarterback right here, because if not, and see, they took a bunch of guys I didn't want anyways. So this is perfect. We're gonna go this guy, and then we're gonna go this guy. I do like Richardson a little bit. I really wish he was going later, but it is what it is. I wish he was going like round 10. Round 9 or 10 would be great. I think I've seen him go like towards the end of round 9 before, like into the hundreds, but it's rare, super rare. I've only seen it like once, and of course it was in a draft that I didn't get him, obviously, but we abandoned our 0 RB strategy because of basically getting screwed at quarterback. So we're going to try to salvage this a little differently, starting with Richardson, obviously. All right, so if we go over to our other view here, that's what we're looking at. We got Richardson, Gibbs, Pierce, Montgomery. So a little bit of a handcuff there at the running back spot. We're still going to have to go get another running back. St. Brown, Garrett Wilson, Christian Watson, and then you guys can't see down there, but Addison's down there. I'll adjust that here in a minute. Let's go back to the board view here. We'll scroll down a little bit here. Might make the camera a little bit smaller. I'm gonna just go like up here maybe. No, let's go down here. All right. So Evan Ingram went, Waller went. So tight ends are getting a little thin, obviously. Here goes Cousins, Gabe Davis. With the guy from number 1 and the number 2 spot out. They got Jefferson, Smith, Burks, Tony, and then they got Hawkinson at tight end, Herbert, Cousins, and AJ Dillon and Derrick Henry. A little thin at running back. Not bad though, not terrible. There goes Pat Freiermuth. Definitely one of the better groups of people I've drafted with in a minute, for the most part. I would say the fact that Freiermuth just went and didn't fall to me. This guy's got McLaurin, Dotson, Boyd, Madison, Walker, Burrow, T. Higgins. So this guy's a pretty good team. He's built a very similar team to what I've built before. He's got the Cincinnati stack. He's trying to go for the Washington stack as well. He's a little thin at running back, but his running back room isn't terrible. He's not going to get him, more than likely, but he's trying to get Charbonnet. He's going to try to get Charbonnet. And he's gonna try to get Sam Howell, obviously, later in the draft. I already know what his game plan is. I don't blame him, because that's what I've done before multiple times. And Njoku went, so we're pretty screwed already at tight. This is a bad draft from the 12 spot. It's really tough, man. The guys that I'm hoping that would fall are not falling at all. So what we're gonna do here is, I'm hoping somebody snipes him. I'm not gonna snipe him. I don't need him. Okay, somebody just took Charbonnet, so we don't have to worry about that. I'm gonna wait on tight end now, obviously. We have 4 receivers. I'm gonna take this guy because he's there. I'm looking here at my board. Let's go. pretty decent value there, I think, with Juju. Yeah, I mean, I got him 7 picks after his ADP, so we'll take him. He's the #1 receiver for the most part on New England. We got St. Brown, Wilson, Watson, Addison, and now we got Juju. Not bad at receiver. Kamara's a little bit of a gamble. Obviously, no matter where you take Kamara, he's a gamble. I don't know, man. If you guys really ask me, and I've been back and forth on this for the most part, but I don't know if anything's going to happen to Kamara. I just don't see it. I feel like something would have already happened. I don't know. I believe his case is still ongoing. Let me double check. I know there hasn't really been any news about it lately. Let me see here what it says. I'm looking here at this article. So he pled not guilty back in February, I believe, or so he was indicted on February 16th. Obviously from the assault February 15th of 2022. So this is back in 2022. This was 2 years ago, Pro Bowl, right? Before the Super Bowl. Let's see, this guy took Sam Howell like super early. You guys see that? He's going for the stack, obviously. And he took Irv Smith too. So he's going for all of Washington and Cincinnati here. He'll be drafting Curtis Samuel next, more than likely. Which it is what it is. So back to Kamara. This doesn't even really say anything about anything new about Kamara's. Let's look at this one right here. We're coming up on the clock here. We're looking at who's available. We're going to take that guy next and that guy next. I know it's a bold strategy. Oh no, he just sniped me. I was going to take Goff. The Goff is gone. All right. We're going to go him, and then we're going to go Kendre Miller. We're going to back him up with Kamara. We're going to handcuff him with Kamara. I know what you guys are thinking. When are you going to grab a tight end? I'm going to grab a tight end. Don't worry. I got a couple in mind here late. Our tight end room's not going to be the greatest. It's just not. We're sacrificing tight end and really quarterback for the most part. I know it's not a very good strategy, but I was going to take Goff right there if he was there. In all fairness, I was going to take Goff, but somebody decided they needed a third quarterback or whatever it was. Let me see here. Yeah, he took Rodgers and Goff. I don't mind that two. I've had that two combination before. I don't know why he's taking Goff. He's just doing it to be a piece of crap. He doesn't have any stacks. at all. Goff, so I guess screw me. I guess screw me, you know. Let me go and adjust. We got some time. Let me adjust this real quick. Weird that it doesn't. Oh, I know why now. Now I know why. Alright, it is what it is. It is what it is. We'll look at it from the other view once it completes or whatever. Alright, so going down here, we're looking at so see this guy took, I told you this guy would take Samuel like earlier than expected. This is one of those drafts where it's, especially when you get the 12 spot, man, these guys are reaching hard on a lot of these players. I don't blame them for it for the most part, but just unfortunate. I don't think this is gonna pay off for this guy though, who's drafting second. He could have got Samuel down here. I mean, he's making sure, I guess, that he gets him. I don't know. I don't think it's that smart, but that's just me. All right, let's see here what we got. We obviously got to start finding some core and tight ends. The tight end room is getting very scarce. Very scarce. Takes love. Okay. Gosh, I don't have anybody to stack with this guy either. I keep taking this guy because I like this guy. I can wait on another one. Looking at my receiver room, I wanted Love. I had Watson, but this guy obviously sniped him from me. Obviously, I wanted Jared Goff. This is not good for us. Not good. This is a bad team. Okay, I admit that. We're gonna wait on a quarterback. Not letting that. Yeah, you thought you were getting Jaden Reed, didn't you? You thought. You thought you were getting Jaden Reed. Guess what? You're not getting him anymore.
Oh, well, better luck next year.
Better luck next year, buddy. He thought he was going to take Love and then get Jaden Reed on the way back. That's what you get for thinking. Oh, man, this is terrible. This is a terrible team. I don't like this team at all. This is what happens when you try to go... zero RB, for instance, you know, because the plan was to get Lawrence. Lawrence is usually, I would say, about 7 out of 10 times he's there at 60. He's there at the end of round 6, or no, like the end of round 5, beginning of round 6, right? He's always there for the most part. You could, you know, you could take the percentages that he's going to be there for the most part. Obviously, he wasn't there in this draft because we got a bunch of snipers. And really, at that point, you know, the draft just, and then, you know, and then at the same time, I'm looking to get Goff. I'm looking to get, you know, I miss golf by 2 picks. I miss really if I have golf on this team, I'm actually I feel a little bit better about it in the QB spot because I have the stacks. I have the Gibbs and St. Brown stack to go with it, and Montgomery. Even though Montgomery's a running back for the most part, we could have ended up taking. We also got Laporta too, but we could have ended up taking maybe somebody else later, like Cleve Raymond or something. So we could have had a really good Lions stack. This guy just screwed it all up. He's got Rodgers, and he's like, oh, I need to take Goff too because I'm just, I'm a piece of crap. So that's why you do more than one of these, That's exactly why we do more than one of these. And I knew I was due for a back of the first round pick after having a bunch of second overall picks. It is what it is, though. It is what it is. There's got to be a way to shrink this. Obviously, there's not. Trying to figure out what the heck just happened. Alright, it's coming up on our pick. We're gonna have to go to this other view because I'm messing with this other view. This is tough, dude. They're just taking all these quarterbacks, man. We got Mingo. We're gonna do this. We're gonna take him, and then we're gonna take gosh, man. I don't even know who the number 1 and number 2 receivers are. We're gonna take Mechie. Let's go back to the board view here. This is a tough team, man. I'm not gonna lie, it's tough. Alright, so Bryce Young went, Isaiah Hodgins went, Thornton and Wandell went. Upgrade to VIP, no. We had this thing working. Now it's not working anymore. This guy took Hutchinson too. Wow. Weirdo, man. Thinking about Hutchinson myself, man. Plays for Houston. Definitely got some weirdos drafting in this drafting here with us. Yeah, this is going to be a rough team. This team's going to be pretty rough. I'll be shocked if this team makes it out of the week, you know, the first round. I'll be shocked. We're going to have to really hit on one of these rookie QBs, really, for the most part. It's going to be tough because of the QBs, to be honest. We're looking at, we got 8 receivers, 5 running backs, 1 tight end and 2 quarterbacks, so not obviously ideal. Not ideal at all. We're gonna take that guy, and then we're gonna take guy's not on the board anymore, is he? Where is he? Oh, he is on the board. We might as well just take him. Screw quarterback. I was thinking about taking a quarterback, but screw it. I was thinking about taking Ritter. Ritter was on the board. But we'll try again next time. It'll be okay. Let me scan this QR code here real quick. See if it'll get me back into this. Okay, I took Musgrave. There goes Likely. Musgrave and Cole Kmet. That's not bad. Did he have another tight end to go with it? Yeah, he did. He took Kyle Pitts as well. Let me close this out and restart it. I think I need to go on here and do it as Y. Oh crap, that might be the wrong one actually. Yeah, failed. I know. The wrong one, dude. Alright, this should have finished. I took Sean Tucker. Oh, we're not gonna go over. That's a bad team. We'll start a new one here. It's so confusing. If I type in that one, it allows me to connect to that. Alright, we're about to start another one here in a moment. Alright, we got this crap back up finally. Oh, let's try another one. So remember, in these contests we have, so you have a tournament, you have the tournament prize breakdown. This is when you make it out of round 1 all the way to round 2, 3, and 4. Okay. Now they also have a regular season prize breakdown. This is from weeks, I believe, I don't know if it's for the whole year or not. I think it's just for weeks 1 through 14, maybe. I'd have to double check. I'm not sure, to be honest. We got pick number 7, so that kind of sucks. I'm super confused here. Why is this doing this to me? Super confused. Okay, let me pull this down. Why won't it let me pull this away? There we go. Holy cow. I'm trying to get this to show everything here. Alright, so the guy drafting first is on the clock. I turn these notifications off. Hope nothing crazy happens here. Oh no, and I just, okay. Wow, we're already on the clock here. We're gonna try this. We're gonna try this again. We're gonna try again. This time we're gonna go AJ Brown. We don't really go AJ Brown at all. This might be the first or second time I've drafted him. So. All right. There's got to be a way to adjust this, man. Has to be a way. Of course, I say that, but maybe there isn't. I say that, but maybe there isn't, so. Screw it. We'll just, let me double check here. So, yeah, it's a little off. All right, we're on the clock again. It's tough to pass up Garrett Wilson like that. I'm not gonna lie. It's tough. I probably shouldn't have, but yeah, he took him good. If anybody's gonna take him, it needs to be that guy. Can't let him fall to these guys down here, obviously. It's tough, man. I want this Philly combo. Okay, I want this Philly combo for a reason. For those of you out there who are maybe wondering exactly why. But let's go back to the board view here. I'm sitting here looking at other stuff, trying to get this really kind of get it, you know, up to speed. All right. So Garrett Wilson, Pollard, Waddle, Higgins, Devontae Smith just went. Hopkins, obviously. A little early for Hopkins. Chris Olave is still on the board. If this guy doesn't take him, okay, that's crazy. What are we doing here? Who's drafting weird? Who's drafting weird? That's why you got these guys taking Saquon and Taylor so early for the most part. I don't even understand that, dude. They just let these guys stack those three receivers, man. Come on, dude. You guys are better than that. I want this guy to be there. Don't take him. Do not freaking take him, dude. Please. Gosh, for once in your life. Actually, we'll take either guy here. Let's see what happens. Okay, he took Ridley. That's fine. We're gonna take this guy. Once again, we're gonna go 0 RB this time. Okay, for those of you out there that don't know what we're gonna go 0, we're gonna try to go 0 RB this time. We're gonna try to. When I say 0 RB, I'm talking about basically 0 RB up until like round 5 or 6. Gosh, I need to go get a water. I will be right back. Be right back, chat. All right. We're gonna figure out what this screen view. So obviously I'm referring to this. I'm trying to make this work here. So we got this view. We got the record view right now up, and this is our team so far. I'm gonna adjust this where you guys can see the whole team. Obviously, I don't know exactly what to click on. Just a problem to kind of like shrink it and, you know, scale it basically to a degree to get this to work the way I want it to. So this is what we're working with. We got Hurts, AJ Brown, DK. We're gonna try to go 0 RB. Obviously, this is not the easiest strategy to go, but we'll just have to see what happens here. Let's go back over to our board view. So Etienne and Najee are at the top of the list right now, followed by Watson, Mike Williams, Fields, and Burrow. There goes ETN. Najee is on the board. It's really tough. That guy took Watson, who was the player I was going to take. Gosh, they left Najee on the board. There's too much value with Najee here. It's basically 4 or 5 picks after his ADP. We got to take him. It is my belief that we have to take him, so we will take him. It's tough the way some of these drafts go, you know. We could have maybe taken a swing at London right there, who actually just went right after me, obviously. I was thinking about London. I wanted Watson. That's who I wanted. I can't believe Watson he keeps literally making it one spot to where I need to take him, and then somebody snipes him from me. It's kind of pissing me off. You know what I say to that guy that just did that to me?
Man, you are one pathetic loser.
They let that guy get Joe Burrow? What? Oh my god, dude. What are we doing?
House wait.
What are we doing? This guy's got Jamar Chase, Devontae, Olave, and then they let him get Burrow, and then he can have Mixon. It is what it is. Mixon may or may not prevail. We'll see. I'm not super high on Mixon anyways, but can't let that guy keep getting Burrow, dude. I'm tired of letting these guys letting Burrow fall to the 4th and 5th round to the guy with the number 2 pick. Dobbins just went, you sucker. You sucker. We have some options here. We have some options. What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? I like this guy. I thought about taking Trevor Lawrence. I am not gonna lie. I thought about taking Trevor Lawrence, and I thought about another guy. I'm not really gonna say exactly who it was, but thought about one of the Seattle guys. Put it that way. But I will say I like Kirk better, especially in the middle of the 5th. The middle of the 5th, and his ADP is 49.5 roughly, and I got him at 55, so nothing to pass up on right there. So there goes 2 tight ends. There goes JSN and Godwin. There goes Goddard. I was thinking about him maybe if he came back, but I don't mind missing out on Goddard, to be honest. I don't mind it. We just gotta get. All right, there goes Lockett. Pierce went. That's fine. We are coming up here in a pick. Trevor Lawrence is still on the freaking board. I have no idea why. And as much as I want another receiver, I can't let this guy in front of me take Lawrence. I can't really let either of those guys take. They're gonna get screwed. Sorry, but you're getting screwed, buddy. You're getting screwed. Sorry. I know, dude. It sucks. But I can't let you guys have that value. As much as I want to take a receiver right there. This guy's so mad, bro. Look at it. He's so mad. He's like,
Come on, man.
yeah, he's like, come on, man. He just took my quarterback.
Ha! Got him! Got him!
Got him. You thought, dude. See, this is what's BS, is that Lawrence falls to 66 right here. And then last draft, I have pick 60 to 61, last pick, and somebody snags him in the middle of the 5th round. You know what I mean? That's just BS right there. All right, we're set at quarterback now. Now we just don't even have to worry about quarterback really for the rest of the draft. I kind of like this now. We're going to go get some running backs here. Really, maybe a running back and a receiver. We might wait running back. See, this is kind of really this is kind of a zero RB strategy to a degree. We took Najee Harris, but the value was there, but we're kind of waiting on RB, unlike everybody else for the most part. I will say there's the guy with the last pick only has 1 RB. The guy that has the 10th pick only has 1 RB. The good news is we get to pick before those guys with our next pick. So obviously these guys are gonna snag all the RBs. Yeah, take Deontay. Oh man, oh man. This is fine though. Cam Akers just went. Yeah, RBs are kind of flying off the board here now. I hate to do this because, okay, Dotson just went. I don't think this guy makes it back to me, in all honesty, and I think he is a guy I cannot pass up on. He's a guy I can't pass up on. So we're gonna take him. I can't pass up on him, and he's not making it back to me because I got all these. I have 2 guys in front of me that need a running back. Actually, I had 3. This guy was one of them. He took Rashad White. You can have Rashad White. Take this guy next. He's probably not going to be there. I actually like this. I know some people might be a little skeptical about what I got going on here, but I actually like this. I'm not obviously a fan of AJ Brown, but if he can make it through the year, this might actually pay off for us. But it is what it is, you know. Like I say, it's tough picking from the middle. I can't stand the middle picks, like the 5, 6, 7, 8 range. I can't really stand it at all. There's a lot of sniping that goes on. You're more prone to getting sniped when you're in the middle versus when you're on the outside. Like if you're in the 2nd spot or the 11 or the 12, all you got to do is pay attention to one guy's team. You got to pay, you got to pay attention to the guy that's in front of you, and that's really about it. You'd be like, oh, this guy has no running backs. Okay, he's gonna take a running back with one of his next 2 picks here. And you go, okay, I can take this guy. I can get away with taking this guy. He's probably, you know, this other guy likes he's probably gonna be there when it wraps around. You know, when it wraps around from here to here. So it's a little easier to predict, I guess, in the sense of getting sniped. All right, so we're coming up again. Our guy is still there. So we're probably going to take him. Unless he goes right here. Which I don't think he will. How much time does this guy got? 2 seconds? Okay. Pick, dude. Take my guy too while you're at it. Oh, I thought he did. All right, we're taking Ingram, getting our tight end. We got our stack tight end here with Lawrence and Kirk. So we go to our board view, or we go to the, let's go to our other view here. So we got Hurts, Lawrence, Najee, Montgomery, AJ Brown, DK Metcalf, Christian Kirk, and then we got Evan Ingram down here tight end. You can't see that, but that is what we're looking at right now. So not, you know, not the greatest, but not the worst either. I think there's a little, there's still a couple of dark horse RBs on the board. Okay, and we're gonna get them. There's still a couple of dark horse RBs on the board, and we will get those guys if they are there. Let's scroll down here. So Herbert and Richardson combo over here from the 3rd guy. Ugh. Elijah Moore and then Sutton goes after. I'm surprised. Yeah, this guy probably wanted Quentin Johnston. He has Mike Williams. So Scout kind of sniped Cliff here. I just took Njoku. Okay, so he's going with some Cleveland guys. I like that. It's not a bad strategy. This guy probably goes RB right here because he's only got Jacobs, so he's got to go RB here. And he does. He takes Kamara. Okay. So we've already come out with a player avoid video. I need to do one today. I will do one tonight, more than likely. We're gonna stop the stream here. Probably we might do another draft. I'll see. We need to go over, actually I think we're just gonna go over some auction stuff after this. And then we will go over, we're on the clock now. Prior moves just went. Okay. We got a lot of options here. I'm gonna reach pretty hard on this guy. I'm gonna reach on him pretty hard for the most part. This is the area, round 9 and 10. This is the area where I advise you to reach if you don't like people on the board. I do like Juju. I took Juju in the last draft. I have Juju on other drafts. So I would have been fine with taking Juju there. I'm gonna try something else because of the 2 quarterbacks I got. Okay. I'm gonna come back to it and explain exactly why I took Mingo here when I probably could have got him down here. Okay. Maybe it wasn't for sure. But I'm going to tell you exactly why I did what I did here in like 2 or 3 rounds once I hopefully do what I'm about to do here. So a little bit of reaching going on here now, which is good. We want some reaches to come down the pipe here. I'm gonna take this guy first. So we're gonna go Harris. I think Harris is a little bit of a dark horse RB. He's gonna get a lot of goal line opportunities this year. I think everybody says, okay, who is the Jamal Williams this year? Who is the Jamal Williams of last year this year? There's 2 guys that come to mind, and it's Montgomery and Damian Harris. I have both of them on my team. Obviously, Montgomery's basically filling in for Jamal Williams. Basically has his role now behind that offensive line. I do like Jahmyr Gibbs. Don't get me wrong. Gibbs is a different player, though. Gibbs is going to catch probably a lot of balls out of the backfield this year. But Montgomery is going to score. He's going to be a decent fantasy player that could probably rush for about 1,000. Give or take 1,000. Not, 900 or more, I would say. And he's going to probably get close to double-digit touchdowns, okay? There's a good chance of it. Good chance of it. And that is why I like Montgomery so much. Damian Harris, same thing. He's going to get a lot of goal line touches. They went out and got him for a reason. I'm not worried about James Cook at all. James Cook, to me, being drafted up here at 101, and I've even seen him go into the round 8, I think it's way too high. Way too high. He would be a player to avoid. I will probably make a video on him. Player to avoid. You can guarantee James Cook is on the list. So this guy just sniped me, man. I was gonna take Elijah Mitchell with my next pick. That's fine. We got an alternate. We'll take this guy, stack him. Gosh, I wanted Elijah Mitchell. Elijah Mitchell is another dark horse RB, and you're getting him in around 11 for the most part. Right here, obviously, he got him in the middle around 11. I like Elijah Mitchell. If McCaffrey misses any time, even if McCaffrey doesn't miss any time, Elijah Mitchell is one of the most efficient backs really in the NFL. Definitely by far one of the most efficient backup, if not the most efficient backup running back in the league. If McCaffrey misses any time at all, Elijah Mitchell is going to be a league winner for a lot of people in these best ball drafts. I'm just going to go ahead and throw that out there. I would definitely be stacking him if I'm drafting McCaffrey. This guy should have taken Mitchell, in my opinion. We got a little bit of a Jacksonville stack, which is good because I love Jacksonville this year. Not much of Seattle. We do have Metcalf. I would have rather have obviously had maybe I should have taken Ridley here. Well, Ridley was gone. Maybe I should have taken Watson right here instead, but it is what it is. It is what it is. I'm on the clock in one of my other leagues, I believe. I'll go check here in a second. We're coming up on a pick. I'm surprised that one of these guys is still on the board. I'm actually really surprised. It's tough to pass up on this guy, though, is the problem. This guy just fell to me too. Good grief. I'm gonna take a chance here. I'm gonna take a chance. This guy falls to me. I don't know if he will or not, but we're gonna find out. I'm not gonna say who it is. I don't want to get sniped if anybody's out there watching. I know there's only a couple people in here, but I don't want to take the chance. Don't want to take the chance. If you guys want to see here, this is who we got on the board right now. Collins just went. These guys are flying off the board now. They already had these guys queued up. One of our players is still on the board. I don't know if he's going to make it back to us. It's going to be close. I'm taking a chance here, though. I'm taking a chance, and I stand by taking that chance. Even if we don't get him. If anybody takes him, it'll probably be this guy. I had to guess. It'll probably be this guy. The guy in front of me, I don't think would take him. I mean, he might, but he should go get a receiver. Oh, man. All right, let's see. This guy is taking his sweet time. He should go get a tight end. He should take Cole Kmet. He must have him queued up. No, he auto-picked. Either that or he just planned on taking the guy at the top of the list. I don't know why. There is a tight end. Here comes another tight end. Wasn't Cole Kmet, though. That's interesting. There goes Dobbs. We should be clear here. I should get this guy. I should get this guy. The guy... I will queue him up right now. Is Warren. Hopefully this guy snags him. I'm actually shocked at Cole Kmet, sir. It's very intriguing to go Cole Kmet, but it is what it is. Took a running back too. Wow. Not the one I would have taken, obviously. I'm happy he did that. 1, 2, 3, 4. We got 5 receivers. Let's go back to the board view here so you guys can see this. So right now we're AJ Brown, Hurts, DK, Najee, Kirk, Lawrence, Montgomery, Ingram, Mingo, Damian Harris, Zay Jones, Schultz, Warren. So not bad. Little light at running back. I understand that. I understand it's a little light at running back. Obviously, if we had Mitchell, I would have been feeling a lot better about it. Algier went right after us. I would have taken him if he fell to me. He obviously did not fall to me, though. Cole Kmet's still on the board. I have no idea why. A 140.5 ADP. Big ball chip here should take him. Nope. Foreman, that's very interesting. I don't even know this guy. Okay, he's got Kittle. This guy has Goddard. He just took Kmet. Okay. Kmet and Love. I don't like that guy's team at all, to be honest. That's a rough. I thought my round 12 team was bad. I don't know if it's quite as bad as this one. I do like Bigsby. I do like Kmet, though, and I do like Love down here. This is actually very good picks down here. I don't know if he needs Love. He's got Tua and Josh Allen. Maybe he does. The problem is he doesn't have anybody to pair him up with. He doesn't have any. You gotta have stacks, okay? You gotta have stacks. You have a better chance with stacks. It's not much of a better chance, but it's a little bit better of a chance than with the stacks. I just handcuffed Warren and Najee. You know, that's we got to do stuff like that. You know. All right, it's our pick next here. I'm thinking about what we're gonna do here. Tough here. It's tough to leave this guy on the board, so we're just gonna take a chance, you know. We're gonna take a chance. It's tough to leave him on the board. I like him too much, and especially as my third tight end, I like him a lot. I like him a lot.
I like it a lot.
Feels good to mingle with these country folks, huh, Hare? All right, let's go. Looking for a little bit of stack options here coming up. Oh, somebody did draft that guy already. I didn't know if he was there or not. He's not there, obviously. Nobody's coming off the board so far after my pick that I'm like, okay, I wanted that guy. Nobody's really sniped me yet here. I don't want to take this guy next, but I'm probably going to have to. I don't want him to get sniped. There's a good chance he could get sniped. I don't really have to have these guys here that are in front here. I don't have to have them. I'm gonna take him just to make sure I get him. I mean, I gotta make sure I get the stack, okay? We've already started the stack here. This late stack is what it's one of my favorite late stacks to take. It's the Houston guys. So we got Stroud, we got Schultz. You can probably guess who's coming next. Let me go to Houston. Let me see their depth chart. All right. I think I took Josh Downs round 16. It's really good. Josh Downs has really good value compared to the Puppy 1 contest whenever we were drafting back there. He was going like round 14, round 13, really, for the most part. Josh Downs he was going right here in this 145 to 156 range, I will say. There's chances you could have got him in round 4, but not very many. Now you can get him in round 16. That's pretty good value for the most part. Let's see here. I know we're light at running back right now. We only got 4. We are on the clock next. We are on the clock right now. Let me go back to this other view. I gotta take this guy. I really want Hodgins, but I like Brown enough, especially as a 5th running back. And it's just tough to pass up on him right there. Tough to pass up on him, to say the least. Hodgins probably won't make it back around, which is fine. We got our 3 quarterbacks. We got our 3 tight ends. We got 5 running backs now. Probably spend the last 2 picks on receiver. More than likely. I already got one in mind. Let me queue these guys up. We should be able to get this guy fairly easy. Hodgins just went to the guy drafted 2nd overall. That's good for him. Very good for him because I like him a lot. All right, so far one of our guys is still there. I'm hoping he falls there. And his ADP. This is where you can reach, okay? The last 3 rounds is where you kind of reach. There's nothing wrong with reaching. We're gonna go tank Dell. We're gonna stack that. Stack those guys. Who took Reed? That guy took Reed right there. Reed's starting to go earlier and earlier now, obviously, like he did back in the Puppy 1 contest, really even in the Poodle contest as well, so. Ray McBride's a good pick right there. Very good pick. A little bit of a tight end run here at the end. Mayer, McBride, Ertz, likely. I would stay away from Ertz this year. I know people are, I mean, obviously, you know, This is best ball. It's a little different. But I would still stay away from Ertz. There's a good chance they might cut him. We're picking in this other draft here. This is my Schmitty draft. We'll go over to this in a minute. We'll go over to one of our Garrett Wilson drafts here in a minute. I got 8 hours, but we'll get to it here eventually. We're actually on the clock in 2 of them. But we're gonna go over both of these drafts. We're gonna be on the clock. So I'll pull this up for you guys as soon as we're done with this one. We are almost done. We're 1 pick away in this one, and we're also 1 pick away in the other one. Okay, so Sam Howell was on the board, dude. Why is Sam Howell on the board? Why is he on the board? Why is he on the board? 3 quarterbacks. Let's just take Sam Howell too while we're at it. I was gonna take Hutchinson. I was gonna take Xavier Hutchinson, but this is fine. Actually, we are gonna take Hutchinson. Never mind. I couldn't get to it. It was weird. This is being weird. We got Hutchinson. It doesn't matter. We didn't need Sam Howell anyways. We got 3 quarterbacks. That's why this guy right here, Scouts only got Fields. He's gonna get Sam Howell though right here. This would be good for him. He doesn't have any stack with him, but I would take him if I was him. Let's see what this guy does. Let's see. It's not the guy that's drafting right now. It's this guy right here, Scout. This guy right here. He needs Sam Howell like really bad. He took Purdy instead. So I get that though, because I think he's got, never mind. Well, he's got McCaffrey, so not much of a stack though. Stacks are a little more important for receiver quarterback combos as far as stacking goes. All right, let's go to these other drafts here. So we're on the clock in this one. Show you guys what's going on here. This one's actually, I just drafted Deontay Johnson. So people are actually everybody's up on this one. So for the most part. So we got Kupp, Addison, Deontay. We got Lawrence, Pierce, Najee, Stevenson. You know, looking at our ADPs here, we're pretty ADP free. We're ADP free as far as having the same ADPs. That's good. I'm gonna keep doing this, and somebody's gonna be mad at me for this, but we're gonna go get our 4th running back here. I like this guy. I like this guy so much. I like this guy so much. And there's a good chance there's a guy on the board that I also like, that I'm also gonna probably get, because we are super close. Like, we just got to wait on 6 picks. Six picks for it to come back to us. So Smitty's on the clock right now. He took Javonte way too early, in my opinion. I'm actually glad he took Javonte right there. It's a good pick. Look, man, Javonte, we can talk about Javonte. Javonte is, I put him in the same category as Dobbins last year. I put him in the same category as Barkley 2 years ago. They're not going to be ready. They're not going to be ready. And there's a good chance, look, when you have a multiple ligament knee injury, there's a good chance that Javonte comes back, probably gets, they better limit him, which they probably will limit him probably the first 2 or 3 weeks. But even then, by the time week 4, week 5 comes around, he's going to inflame that knee again. He's going to inflame the knee again, and he's going to probably have to take a few weeks off after that again. I mean, I went over it last stream with Dobbins. And Dobbins had some scar tissue that he had to go clean up. But, and I'm not saying that's going to be the case with Javonte either, but could he help you maybe in a best ball league come week 15, 16, and 17? Sure, he could. But I don't know if I like him in round 7. Like, Smitty took him right here in round 7. I'm not sure if I'm doing that. Let me move the camera over. I'm just not sure that I'm doing that. Maybe if we like, if he gets him down here like 98, 99, 100, you know, this area, the beginning of round 9, we can have a different conversation. But I just don't know, man. I think he's gonna miss some time. I just see like Brees is a little different. Brees, I think, is gonna be, he's gonna be limited to a capacity for the first 2 or 3 weeks. But I don't think you have to worry about Brees missing any time. They're gonna limit him the first 3 or 4 weeks, and then he's gonna be a full go. And he's not gonna miss probably any games, obviously, unless he re-injures something else or whatever. But Javonte, man, I am handcuffing Javonte with Samaje Perine every single draft. If you take him, I almost like Perine better, to be honest. And you can get Perine down here in the 9-10 area. So let's go to this other draft. We're on the clock as well. See what we got in this one. So okay, we just took Montgomery, so everybody's pretty everybody's kind of awake in this one too. We got Olave, St. Brown, Johnson, Swift, Montgomery. Okay, so this is the one where we got screwed at quarterback. We didn't get any of the quarterbacks that we wanted, so I shouldn't even be showing this. If somebody's looking at this, they're gonna be like, oh, this is what he's doing. This is what he's doing. All right. We're going to take a chance here. Not really a fan of any of these 3 running backs for the most part. Akers could maybe be okay. Cook, I don't know, man. This is good value on Cook, though. The problem is I already got 4 running backs. I don't really need one. If you guys can see here, I don't need a running back. I got 3 receivers and 4 running backs. That's kind of the problem with taking Cook. I don't need him. I do like my 3 receivers. Obviously, I wish I had a quarterback. We're gonna go late quarterback here, though, no matter what. Like, obviously, this guy is the plan. So since he is the plan, we're going to take the stack option. We're gonna go with the stack option. We already got St. Brown. We got Montgomery, obviously, as well. He's obviously not a receiving back. I mean, he's a decent receiving back, but it's gonna be tough for him to be a receiving back this year with Gibbs in town. So I believe we are a pick away on this one. We can go over this one real quick. This is also another Garrett Wilson draft. We had the 2nd pick. Nobody's really trying to think of where we were. So he just took Hurts. Okay, I believe we left off with this guy, Jafar, maybe. So he took Mahomes. He was on the clock last time, I believe last night. So we've had like 5 picks already so far. I was going to take Jalen Hurts right here. I'm glad Smitty sniped me and took him. That's nice. Very nice of him. Let's go. Well, we're not on the clock, but our next pick, I'm thinking here. Thinking about what I want to do now. It's tough with these guys, man. These guys snipe everybody from me, I swear. This league right here with all these, you know, me, myself included, and Smitty and all the other guys in his stream, we all kind of think the same way for the most part. There's always a lot of reaching that's going on, so it's tough to predict what's going to happen. I'm glad I'm on the end in this one. I'm glad I'm down here on the end. When you're in the middle in one of these, it's a nightmare. It is a nightmare. So I'm thinking we could go 0 running back in this draft. Usually whenever I go 0 RB, I kind of want to go Hurts. There's a chance we could get Burrow, Herbert, or Lawrence. There's a good chance we'll get one of those guys, maybe. I say that, and then they start getting snagged in like the 3rd and the 4th round. We got 2 picks here, pretty much back to back almost. We got cold combo in front of us. He's got obviously JJ. This guy took McCaffrey. He's gonna take probably Waddle if I had to guess. Smitty's probably hoping for Devontae to come around. I would think. Took Bijan and Hurts. He's probably hoping for Devontae to come around, which there's a good chance that might happen if I don't take him. And I'm contemplating not taking him. I've already got T. Higgins and Jamar Chase paired up in a couple of drafts, so I'm not going to do it in this one. Not really a big fan of T. Higgins anyways. Hey, if you guys, for those of you guys out there watching me, if you guys are sending me chats in YouTube, I apologize. I do not have YouTube pulled up. I guess I can pull it up right now. Like, I can't see your guys' chat if it's in YouTube. I apologize for that. Let me pull it up real quick. I've already done 2 drafts. I'm really kind of about to get off. I do have other. I'm gonna try to make some videos at some point in time. I need to make some videos at some point in time today. Yeah, and this one I'm not sure what I'm gonna do. I'm trying to think here. Really, actually, in all honesty, Smitty's probably gonna take he's gonna take Gibbs, actually, if I had to guess. He's probably gonna take Gibbs. Forget Devontae Smith. He might take Devontae Smith if he wants to go for the stack with Hurts, but he's probably gonna take Gibbs because he loves Gibbs. Gosh, man, this is tough. I was thinking about doing like a Jacksonville stack, but it's not easy to do from the 2 spot because like ETN is always there for the 3-4 turn. I'm thinking about doing that, to be honest. Thinking about doing that. Do we go say, and look, I'm not high on this guy. I'm really not. You guys can't see him here. It's Calvin Ridley though. Calvin Ridley. And then do we go Calvin Ridley, ETN, and then do we try to get like Lawrence down here? I mean, because Lawrence is more likely going to be here. Like, we could probably get him with the 47 for the 50th overall pick easily. And I'm not really high on Calvin Ridley. I worry about players that have missed as much time as he's missed. Let's just put it that way. We look back at, you know, Josh Gordon. Everybody remembers Josh Gordon was super good, and Calvin Ridley super good also. He was very good in those 5 games he played with Atlanta before he got suspended. Or I guess really he missed the rest of the year, and then they suspended him for all of last year on top of it. For a guy that hadn't played football in like 2 years, man, I worry about him being rusty. And here's the thing, and it's not that I don't think Ridley can be good again. I think he can be good. He was a very good receiver before he left. He was top 5 in winning routes versus man coverage and just winning routes in general. He's very good in that department. And the receivers that are very good in that department are guys who are good fantasy producers, obviously, for the most part, but they're also just really good receivers in general. But there's a lot of mouths to feed on Jacksonville's team. There is obviously there's not very much optimism about him being maybe the same player. Watson's the same way, like, you know, like Deshaun Watson, we didn't know if he was going to come back and be the same quarterback. Everybody still has questions whether or not Deshaun Watson will be the same quarterback that he was in Houston, even going into this season. So that's why. But here's the thing, though. Here's the difference between them. The difference is Watson's all the way down here as QB9, right? QB9. And I know Ridley's good, but Ridley is like really this close to being on my avoid player list, to be honest. It's just one of those, like, he's wide receiver 16 on here. Does he live up to that value? I don't know if he does or not, you know? I don't know. Like none of us know. They got Kirk, who's really good, Zay Jones, who played really good last year, you know, who's probably gonna, if Ridley's decent, Jones is gonna see a little bit of regression more than likely, because it's got to come from somewhere. Either that or Ingram will. I think Ingram's really good though also. I question whether or not Ridley can pay off this 32.3 ADP value. I question if he can. I do like him. I wish he would go like round 4 or 5 though, you know. But I'll probably take him in this draft if I get the opportunity. We'll try to Jacksonville stack. I think Jacksonville is one of the best teams to stack in best ball this year. They have a pretty decent playoff schedule for week 15, 16, and 17. And they have an easy division for the most part. And they're just a really good team. They're a really good team that's on the rise, that if people don't see them coming, then they weren't paying attention last year, you know. So we'll take a stab. We'll probably go with Ridley and Etienne here if we can. Obviously, I'm reaching on both of these picks, but it is what it is. We've done countless of these drafts, so we got all kinds of other stuff. You know, I really don't have Etienne too much. This might be the first or second time I've drafted Ridley, so we might as well take a stab at it. So if you guys have any questions, let me know. I'm looking at the YouTube chat right now. I should be able to see a question on Facebook or Twitch via my my Streamlabs chat over here. If you guys have any questions, ask me. I'll try to answer them as best as I can. I'm not going to be on too much longer. I got videos to make in. I got to run a couple errands as well, so. But I appreciate you guys tuning in to watch me. Really haven't been doing this for too long. See, look at this. He just took Metcalf. Okay, so we're on the clock. What do you know? Took DK. That's a little early on DK. Okay, well, we're about to reach even further here. Go Ridley. Let's try this out. Let's try this out. So I just had a draft like 2 drafts ago, or no, so it was a draft I did off of stream right before I went live. I did a draft, a puppy 2, and let me see if I can find it here. We basically had a guy, I think it's this one, right? This is the one that I had pick number 5. Yeah, it was this one. We had a guy get Jamar Chase at 4. I don't know why people let that happen. Luckily, this guy, I mean, he got Burrow to go with, but he took Mixon here. I kind of questioned that pick, but I get it. He's going for the stack. He's already got Chase and Burrow. You know, why not go Mixon as well? I will say that, and then you see, and then he even got Chase Brown, so that was actually good on his part. I don't really, now I feel better about the Mixon pick because he got Chase Brown too to go with it. So I will say that I mean, this isn't a bad team. I don't really feel too bad now that I didn't even know he had Chase Brown until now. He could have done a little. I'm glad he got DK because this receiver, I mean, this could be okay. I'm off of Mike Thomas, man. He's going to be a player I'm going to tell you to avoid, especially where his ADP is. There's just so many better options. So many better options. Sutton's a better option. Juju's a better option. I think Williams is, but I would make sure I had Williams as my. I would like to make sure I had Williams as my 4th receiver because of the suspension or whatever. But you could maybe get away with Williams being your 3rd guy. I mean, like this guy probably could. He's got DK and Chase. Those are realistically 2 top 12 receivers. Metcalf could be top 10. Could be. Tony could be okay. I already went on the spiel about Tony. I don't think he should be here in the 6th round, but it is what it is. I don't like this pick though. Scantling. He could have taken Hodgins too. Hodgins went 1 pick after. I would have taken Hodgins over Scantling all day. I'm a Chiefs fan and I'm saying that, dude. If I'm a Chiefs fan and I'm talking bad about a Chiefs player, there's a reason for it. There's a reason for it. Trust me. Don't draft this guy. I don't care if he's there in round 18. Do not draft him. He is useless in fantasy. The guy can't win any routes. He can't win any routes. And he can only run a 9 route. He can only run a 9 route. So, I mean, they made a mistake paying him to be the highest receiver, the highest paid receiver on the team. They made a mistake. They should have given that money to Juju. It is what it is, though. You know, I'm not the GM, but I knew whenever we signed Scantling here in Kansas City that I was bad mouthing it already, you know, because I knew what type of receiver he was. The guy couldn't get open and didn't get the ball thrown to him when he had Devontae Adams on the other side of him in Green Bay. You know? If you can't get open when you have an A player, really an A plus top 5 receiver in the league on the other side, if you can't get open and produce, at least efficiency wise, I know you're not going to get the volume for the most part as one of those guys, because somebody like Adams is going to command a bunch of volume. But his efficiency wasn't very good in Green Bay either. He wasn't very efficient on the opportunities that he did get. And so you got to think, Adams has the best, you know, going back to Green Bay, Adams had the best corner on him every single game. He's probably getting double teamed just about more than anybody at the receiver position. You had somebody like Scantling who did not perform at all in terms of fantasy, or really in terms of just, you know, just in regular football terms in general. You know, he didn't perform the way he probably should have. And then the Chiefs just went out and made him the highest paid receiver on the team last year. So paying him like $12 million a year, you know, it's, to me, it's ludicrous. But well, I think that's gonna, let me see, we're 2 picks away here. We're waiting for cold combo. We're obviously a few picks out on these ones. These are slow drafts. I wish they were like an hour wait instead of like 8 hours or 10 hours or whatever they are. But like I said, the one draft, you know, this one, the one's gonna be rough. I think it's this one. Is it this one? No. We got Lawrence on this one. Which one is it? It's this one, right? Yeah. This one's going to be a little rough, you know, because these quarterbacks just got snagged quick. I mean, somebody even took Richardson at 69 as their second quarterback, which I'm not hating on that, but when you get into one of these drafts where, say, because really when you're picking, like what I'm picking 8 for right here, you're hoping for Lawrence or Herbert for the most part. Obviously, I could have taken Fields. I could have taken, well, yeah, Fields was about it. I wasn't going to take Lamar or Burrow in round number 2. This is really one of the few drafts you'll ever see that, where Burrow and Lamar go in round 2. You won't see that very often. I should have known that all these quarterbacks were going to fly off, though, when I seen 5 of them go in the second round. So at this point, this is just one of those drafts where we're just going to wait. We're going to wait on QB. We're going to try to get Rodgers, Cousins, Goff, Geno, maybe. Those guys, you know. We're just going to roll the dice. Just going to roll the dice. That's, you know, everywhere else we're pretty good. I like the receiver room. I like the running back room. We're gonna have to find a tight end though as well, so I kind of got one queued up already if you guys haven't noticed. So yeah, man, with that being said, I'm gonna let you guys go. We might do a stream later tonight. I know I said I was gonna go over auction stuff. We'll go over auction stuff tonight. We'll do a stream at some point tonight. It may be like an hour, maybe an hour and a half. It won't be as long as this one. We're rolling up on 2.5 hours right now. We'll do another draft tonight, probably, and then we'll go over auction values. I need to do a little bit of digging on that. I have my own auction values, obviously. If I go to my spreadsheet or whatever, you know, for the most part, we have we got our rankings, we got our auction values over here. My auction league is my main league, so you know, this will be our 3rd year doing the auction league. $200 budget on Sleeper, on the Sleeper app. We also have keepers. That's why you see all this stuff highlighted right here on the right side. These are keepers, players that are going to be kept basically in our league. At least that's what I'm projecting. We don't really know the keepers in our league until we don't know the keepers in our league until a month before the draft, which is like in early August. That's when they lock into place. So but I will just go over auction price values in general for each team or for each player. We've already kind of done that in past broadcasts, but we'll go over it again, see if anything's changed. I don't know if Sleepers put out their projected prices yet, so I'm curious to kind of compare and contrast mine to theirs. Obviously mine are going to be a little different because I have keepers, whereas if you get into an auction league right off the you know, right at the beginning of one, or you just started one with a group of people, then it's going to be different because you're going to have every single player available to you, whereas in mine there's not every single player. Like, I can pretty much guarantee Burrow, Hurts, Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, Fields, Lawrence. Hopefully not Lawrence. I'm trying to trade for Lawrence right now, but Lawrence and Watson are going to be kept in my league. So yeah, with that being said though, we'll go over this tonight, probably do another draft as well. I will catch you guys later tonight. I got some stuff I got to take care of right now. Might be you know, making some content as well, so I will catch you guys next time. Peace out. See you guys.